Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. Guys, okay, happy Monday, everybody. I'm with the one and only Miss Sharon Beck. We finally get to meet. Hey, Sharon, what's going on?
Hey, not much, just bearing the cold weather.
I was just, we were talking a little bit before. I was complimenting you on the background. I thought it was a picture because it looks awesome. Now, where you're at work right now? Tell me where you are and what is this in back of us here?
Well, back of us, I have herbal apothecary, and then back in there is a bunch of crystals and jewelry.
Okay, and that's perfect because of what you do. Can you tell everyone what you do?
Yeah, I own a holistic healing center, Metaphysical shop. So we do a lot of like Reiki, ionic foot detox, herbal apothecary. I'm treating a few clients with cancer with herbs, and they are responding well.
Good.
We do ionic foot detox. I teach Reiki. We have over 200 different crystals and crystal jewelry. And I am mentoring a few women that are starting their own business, nice. Which is, I really love doing that because I can teach them what not to do.
Well, you took the jump. It was a scary time when you went. Of course, you're so successful now, but there was a time where you kind of just had to go both feet in.
Yes. My husband died 4.5 years ago, and I realized life was too short not to do what brings you joy. So I just jumped in. No business plan, no loan, nothing. I just dove right in.
Well, there's a lot of people that are happy that you did because you've helped so many people. And you mentioned one thing before, which I wasn't sure what it was. It was right after you were talking about the foot detox. It was it started with an A. It was another modality you work on. I wasn't sure what it was.
We talked a little bit about Reiki.
Okay, and then it was an apothec.
Herbs.
What's it called?
Herbal apothecary.
Yeah, please tell me what that is.
Herbs. I sell all organic, and people can buy half an ounce, and make their own mixtures. I actually have people that use them for spells. I have just a plethora of different people that come in here that are on different paths.
Okay. Well, when you say spells, I mean, I assume some could be for good, right?
Well, yeah. This
Hopefully.
is a light. Yeah, this is a light place. People that are dark don't seem to like to come in here.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's that. You were telling me that sometimes if you go to a crystal shop, all that energy coming off these crystals can make you feel a certain way, right?
Oh yeah, sometimes I feel a little dizzy. There's customers that come in, they have to like sit down, get something to drink because there's just so much energy here that it can be overwhelming.
Yeah. And now, how do you charge your crystals? Because I was looking into that. On some people charge by the moon, some by the sun. Can you talk about it?
Yeah, some people bury their crystals. Yeah, some people bury them. And what I do, I use selenite. It is a very fragile crystal, but it's self-cleansing and it recharges the crystals. So it cleanses and recharges them, and it doesn't take long. So to me, I'm lazy, so that's the best way to do it.
The weirdest thing happened just the other day. I carry a pink Mr. Producer. Do you remember what it was called?
I think it was pink quartz or rose quartz, one of those two.
Okay, yeah. So I carry it with me, right? And I'm talking to somebody about it, and it said the person said it needed to be charged or something like that. Now it's gone. It's not in my bag anymore.
It disappeared. Huh?
Yeah. And then somebody tell me if this is true. It disappeared because I don't need it anymore, or somebody else needs it.
Yep, it did its job.
And what does rose quartz do? Is that protection or something?
No, rose quartz is good for self-love. and self-healing.
Okay. All right. And once a crystal, like, you know, people lose things, but it seems kind of weird that it was a crystal, right?
Yeah, they do that all the time, or they'll break. I've
Really?
had,
This happens to you?
yes, I've had crystals break, and you either give them away as gifts, you know, the pieces that are broken, but it's
Uh-huh.
done. It's done its job with you. So it's time to pass it on. And a
Okay.
lot of times they do disappear. I had one disappear for 8 years, and then all of a sudden I found it.
What
it,
kind was it?
it was a lapis.
And what does that do?
Lapis is good for like communication, studying, you know. So I had it when I was in college, and then when I
Cool.
was done with college, it disappeared for 8 years. And then I found it in the weirdest spot. I found it in my husband's book bag after he passed. And I'm like, he wasn't into this stuff, so I have no idea.
So he was not the like he knew nothing about, you know, the whole realm of this, and you found it in his book bag.
Yes, yeah, after he passed.
That
It
is strange.
yeah, it was the weirdest thing, and it popped back in my life when I started teaching Reiki.
Was it kind of like a message kind of to you, like, hey, everything's going to be all right, kind of?
Yeah, it's like, here, I'm here to help you teach, you know,
Nice.
because when you first start teaching, you're nervous
Yeah.
and you feel inadequate. You know, I'm not good enough.
Yeah,
You know,
we all do that. Yeah.
oh yeah, we all struggle with that.
And another thing that you would appreciate is in the other studio there used to be 5 crystals on top of one of the monitors. They're all gone now. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
And I don't lose stuff, you know. It's like I don't know, but anyway, you help people by pointing them in the right direction if they want a piece of crystal jewelry, or if they want something for their house or something. Can you talk about the services you offer as far as crystals go?
Yeah, when somebody comes in and I can tell if they're new or not really knowing where to go, I ask them what their main issue is. You know, say it's stress, they're in school and they're just really stressed out. I'll guide them to how light, mookaite, and sodalite is good for studying. And carnelian boosts our mood and our intellect. So I give them options, and whatever I tell them, whatever catches your attention, that's the crystal that's calling out to you.
It kind of picks you.
Yes.
Okay, that's neat.
Yeah, it'll just catch your eyes like, ooh.
Now, this might be a silly question, but you know when you buy a watch or something like that and it says quartz, does that have anything to do with crystals?
Yeah, there is a quartz crystal. You know, there's different densities of quartz. So the quartz on the watches is a harder density than a crystal you can find at a metaphysical shop.
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
where
quartz,
else? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
you know, like rose quartz, that's a quartz. I mean, the quartz is such a big
It's a
array
broad.
of, yes, it's very broad, kind of like jaspers. There's tons of jaspers.
Okay. And now, when you make jewelry from these crystals, is there an intention in mind when you make a piece, or you buy a piece, or when you're looking for? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I put intention in everything. I Reiki everything that comes into the store. You know, I just put the intention that the perfect person will be attracted to this piece of jewelry and it will serve them for their highest good.
So you're playing matchmaker in a little.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I don't do it with people.
I know. I got you. Yeah, it's a little different. I got you. What other things do we find crystals in that we might not know? Because I didn't know. I thought it was silly to ask you about the watch thing, but are there crystals and other things that we may take for granted or do not know?
I'm trying to think. Uh,
Well, while you're thinking, let me take you got a bunch of instant feedback that has come in here, Mr. Producer. Should we go? You got I see a bunch of it, but I can't make it out. So he's gonna read it.
okay.
We have Jen in Michigan wants to know, can crystals stop working if they are dropped and cracked?
Jen, thank you. That's a good question. No, they do not stop working. Even if they end up missing or they crack or they break, they still have the same properties. Now you have more pieces. So it's best just to give them, go ahead and use your selenite to recharge them and cleanse them and give them as gifts.
So they all have the same power, even if it's broken half. Now you can give it to two
Yep.
people or something. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And I guess that's supposed to happen. If it's
Yes.
dropped, it's supposed to.
Yep.
All right, cool. Hey guys, I'm speaking with Sharon Beck. Sharon, how do people get a hold of you, by the way?
Oh, you can call the shop at 234-208-9036, or you can check our website out at luminousmetaphysical.com, or shoot me an email at luminouslife11@gmail.com.
Cool. And where is it Cuyahoga Falls? Is that, am I pronouncing it right?
Yep, Cuyahoga Falls.
And where is that? Is that near Cleveland?
We are like 15 minutes from Akron and a half an hour from Cleveland.
All right. I had a friend from Columbus. Is that kind of like around that area?
That's about 2 hours.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Ohio is awesome. Spent a lot of time there. Great people. Mr. Producer, let's go back to the instant feedback.
We have Peter in Minneapolis wants to know, do you recommend burning sage and other herbs to cleanse the energy within my home?
Good question.
Oh, absolutely. Sage, Palo Santo, dragon's blood, that's all good to cleanse the negativity in your home. What you do is you start at the bottom floor and you work your way up, and make sure you open some windows. And when you're saging, put an intention while you're saging, and sage corners in the closets. Only peace, love, and tranquility can be in this home. That's just an example. You can make a mantra of whatever you want, but yeah, sage is perfect.
What were those first? You mentioned two other, blood dragon or something?
Dragon's blood.
What is that?
It's kind of like, it's from the sage family, and it's red. And Palo Santo is a tree from the Amazon, and it kind of smells like peppermint.
How cool. And do you have that at the shop?
Oh, yes, I do.
How cool. Is it the same? I have I love incense, right? And I have one that's sage. Am I burning sage when I do the incense?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So
you can cleanse your home with that.
I'm ridding the negative energy, but do I have to say it, or how do you do it?
Well, everything's intention. So you put your intention in the smoke that it's clearing the negativity from your home. You can even clear yourself, because we pick up junk from other people, their emotions, their pain.
Yeah.
So you can cleanse yourself too.
Wow. And I always just use it because I like the way it smells. But is it doing something else even if I'm not asking for it?
Yep. It's cleaning the negative energy out.
Pretty cool. All right. Hey, good question. Sorry, I forgot your name. And Pete. Okay, I can't see. That's why Mr. Producer is reading them. All right, what else we got, buddy?
We have Alvin in Cleveland wants to know, does the size and shape of a crystal change how effective it is?
Alvin, absolutely not. It doesn't matter if you have a little pebble or a palm stone. It creates the same power.
Okay. I used to, when it wasn't 2 degrees out, which I'm sure it is by you too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to walk on the beach, and I would see these rocks. Some of them look like the crystals I have, like the smooth ones. Could it be possible that I might find a crystal if I'm just walking around?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I found a black obsidian in the ocean in Florida one time.
Wow, how'd you find it? Like, did you step on it?
Yeah, I stepped on it. I was like, look at this, I got a present.
Wow. So like these rocks that are out there, look, I'm a beginner, so please excuse the silly questions.
There's nothing silly.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. But So all these rocks that I call rocks, could they be could they hold properties like crystals do? Could they be crystals, some of them, like walking on the beach with all the rocks?
Yeah, I mean, even our limestone that we have in our driveways has metaphysical properties.
Wow. So how did you start studying this stuff?
It, I just, somebody gifted me a crystal and told me what it was about, and I became intrigued. I was like, you mean this does this? What? So it's, I'm still learning. There are so many crystals out there.
It's got to be cool. So much to know.
Yeah, and I can't retain it all. My brain ain't that big. So when you buy a crystal here at the shop, you get a card with the metaphysical properties and like what planet it's associated with, what zodiac sign, and yeah.
Okay, all right. Now I know some planets are gas, but are any of the planets that you know of? I know that you don't study the planets, or maybe you do. I don't know, but are some planets have different crystals that we might have here?
Yeah, say your rose quartz, that's associated with the planet Venus, the planet of love.
Oh wow. Okay. And how about the moon? I know you charge the crystals with moonlight.
Yes.
So again, I know that you don't study space. Technically, you don't study space rocks, but the as far as you know, I mean, I know we've got a couple moon rocks or asteroids or something. Do you know anything about something that has come down to Earth that might be a little bit different, or a different or story, or something about something that came down like an asteroid or a moon rock, and if that has any relevance to anything? I just wanted to know that.
Oh yeah, I have it's called moldavite. It's a meteorite that landed in Russia many years ago,
Wow.
and they quit mining it, so it's hard to find. And of course, I have it here at the shop.
Okay. And that
Yeah,
shop is again?
Luminous Life Metaphysical.
Okay. So you have a piece of, and what, it's a piece of this meteorite that came down. You have some of it?
Yes, I have chunks of it, and I actually have some made into pendants, and they're really cool. And it's good for connecting in the spirit realm. And if you're ascending, it will help you ascend faster. And anything like spiritual, it will help you with, meditation, guidance. It's a very powerful rock. Some people can't even hold it. They get dizzy, but it just makes me sleepy.
Sharon, that's awesome. That's so cool. Really neat stuff. Mr. Producer, what you got?
We have Josh in New York says, I work in a funeral home and sometimes find it hard to detach myself from the energy and atmosphere when I come home. Can Reiki help balance this?
Oh,
Ooh.
absolutely. Absolutely. That's a tough job. Reiki really helps with your emotions and your etheric body, which is, like your aura, because you're probably picking up a lot of, there's a lot of sorrow that goes through a funeral home, and you're probably taking that home. But, if you can learn Reiki and do it on yourself, that would really benefit you. Thanks, Josh.
So Josh, if Josh wanted to get a hold of you, because I know that you teach Reiki, how
Yeah.
could Josh get involved, or possibly become a client if you wanted to?
He can give me a call at 234-208-9036, and we can talk. Maybe we could do a virtual training.
All right. And what we talked about, that foot detox, which sounds really neat. Now that we're on Zoom, is it a separate room, or is it what does it look like when you go and get this treatment done? Because I've never heard of it before, except when you were telling me about it. What is it? Is it a separate room? Or tell me, if I was gonna do that, what would I expect to see?
Well, I have it set up right in the retail area which is a good selling point because people who will see the water, they're like, ew, that's disgusting. I'm next.
Yeah, because you said it brings all toxins out, and the water looks different when you're done.
Oh yeah, you go from clear water to like a brown, black, scummy. Oh,
Oh,
it's real. It looks like swamp water.
oh my God! And that's just all bad toxins and stuff from
Yep,
people.
that's all toxins from your body.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think it. We eat it, we breathe it, we drink it. We put like lotions on our skin, and most lotions have toxins in them, so we absorb them. So you don't want that stuff. We drink alcohol.
Yep. Yep. Do you teach any classes and stuff like this? Do you have webinars and stuff?
No, I don't. I don't teach anything
Well,
about
you should. You should. This is great information. Like with all that to teach people about all the toxins that we have. Who knows all that stuff? You see
Yeah,
it every day.
true. Yeah, true. That's a good idea.
And then people, when they're done with this, I heard that they feel kind of like uh, they've been cleansed and they got like a new start. All the garbage is out. That isn't that what people say usually when they're done?
Yeah, most people get really relaxed. Some people get energized. Like me, I sleep so good the night I do a foot detox. I sleep like the dead. It's the best sleep ever.
Mhm.
My joints don't hurt as bad. It helps with physical pain.
And is it good that they always tell you after massage to drink a lot of water?
Oh yes.
You got to do that.
Oh yeah, because you're still detoxing after you leave. So
Really?
yes, I highly recommend drinking electrolytes.
Okay. All right. Mr. Producer, we got time for one more instant feedback or what? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All right, Sharon, looks like we have Diane in New Jersey wants to know, are there certain foods and drinks that we can use to help connect us with the spiritual world as well?
Yes. Drinks usually it's lemon water, and food it's vegetables and fruits. You
It's
know,
not grape soda.
no.
I'm just kidding with you.
or coffee.
Okay. All right. But the things that are good for us, the fruits and vegetables. Why is that good to
Well,
get in
the,
touch?
the more organic you eat, the closer you are to the spirit realm, because you're eating naturally what God created. And you don't want any preservatives. I mean, even doing a juice fast really opens you up spiritually, which I need to do another one.
Wow. What do you
But
mean by that?
by what?
By doing the juice fast, it makes you more spiritual.
Yeah, well, what you're doing is you're eliminating all the garbage that we put in our system. So your body's not as bogged down and your mind's not affected by all the preservatives and chemicals. When you go back to Earth's natural foods, you don't have all that bogging your brain and bogging your body. You actually feel better. And doing a juice fast, that gives your stomach a break to where your brain works on a more higher level. It's really hard to explain.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it sounds like it's just the basic from the earth, getting away from all the hormones and pesticides and all that stuff. That brings you closer, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, makes sense. Hey, Sharon, tell people I asked you this before, but we're getting near the end here. So I want you to tell people who's a good candidate to come to the store virtually to get your services, become a client, maybe. Let me just give you the floor here to tell people what you can do for them.
Okay. Well, if you have some physical ailments, I have a NutriBody analysis that is great. It's a lengthy form that you fill out, and then it takes me about 2-3 hours to analyze it and connect the dots. because usually it's one or two issues that are causing more issues. So I create a very easy to follow treatment plan. It's either change your diet or add nutrients. And that usually covers all of the physical ailments you're going through, but you got to follow it. You're not going to get better if you don't follow it. And I have the ionic foot detox. I have Reiki, and I teach Reiki. Like the end of this month, I'm going to teach Reiki 1 again. And we do virtual shopping. So you can call the shop at 234-208-9036, or shoot me an email at luminouslife11@gmail.com to set up your virtual shopping. If you're new to crystals, I love helping new people. I can always guide you to the crystals that you can start off with that will help you in whatever circumstances you're in now. We have beautiful jewelry for Valentine's Day. All of our jewelry is 40% off. So, and fellas, we have cheat boxes for Valentine's Day for your woman.
Okay.
We do so many things here. We have classes like this month, in February, I'm going to be teaching crystals for beginners 1 and 2. And we're going to have crystal bingo and meditation with crystals. Every month we have different sales and different events. We just do a lot here.
Sounds like it. Awesome. Guys, Sharon, Beck, everybody over there at Luminous Life Metaphysical. Always a pleasure to speak with you. Thanks for teaching us. Thank you for taking the time to be on the program, and can't wait to see what you have to say next.
Great. My pleasure, Casey. Thank you.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.